Welcome back to Coffee and Tea with Carrie V. I'm Carrie V, your biggest fan, the person who is always believing in you, even if you're not quite yet ready to believe in yourself. This podcast is all things leadership, communication, confidence, clarity. It's all things life. And sometimes we talk about really deep subjects, and sometimes we talk about fun subjects, and sometimes we have guests on that are super fun to listen to, and other times they're a little bit harder to listen to because they're bringing a truth that's a little bit hard to hear, or maybe a lot bit hard to hear. But today we're going to talk about you and what would you do if you truly believed in yourself, if you truly believed in the abilities and the skills that you were born with, those skills that you were given, maybe those ones that you've been hiding from the world for quite some time now because somebody told you at one point in your life that you couldn't ever be good at that, or you simply convinced yourself that you could never be good at something and so you stopped trying. This came to me this morning. I was having a conversation actually with my husband, and we were talking about making a profit and how sometimes there are many people, a lot of times, who get angry when people make a profit because they think they shouldn't be doing it for a profit. But that is business, and that is business. We don't go into business to not be able to make a profit so that we can live. If all we're ever doing is covering our expenses or losing money, we don't have a business. We have an expensive hobby, and it will eventually die because it doesn't have anything to sustain itself. Making money is not evil. Money itself is not evil. It's what we do with money. Someone who is not a giving person won't give if they have more money. And someone who doesn't have much money, who is a giver, is already giving, even though they don't have a lot. They're giving from what they have. And when they get more, they give more. It's not about the money, it's about the person who has the money. It's it's not wrong to make money, and it's not wrong to have a thriving business, and it's not wrong to be making a profit. Even nonprofits make a profit because they have to pay their staff. So they have to make money in order to exist. That's the way the business world works. And if someone is making money, if they're making a lot of money, instead of pulling them down, let's celebrate them. Wow, they are doing what they want to do and they're making a profit from it. Are there evil people making money? Sure. There's great people making money too. We don't get to judge all that. We just get to choose whether to celebrate someone or not. So, bringing that back around to you and the title of this podcast, what would you do if you believed in yourself? If you stopped doubting yourself and started taking some risks and doing things that you want to try, what would happen? What could happen if you believed in yourself enough to take a chance and invest in yourself? What if you took that first step? It might lead you to the next step that you expect it to, or it might take you to a step that you never thought it would. When I started my business years ago, it was completely structured around health and fitness, supplements and working out, leading challenge groups. My whole business was built around that. It has morphed and changed so many times as I allowed myself to take more steps and dream. And I have not arrived yet. Years later, I have not arrived. I'm not even close to arriving. In fact, I don't believe in an arrival, so to speak. I think we are always growing and always stretching. And on the day we take our last breath, then we arrive. We arrive. For me, I believe strongly that there is a heaven and that that's where I'm going. That is my arrival date. It's not the day I leave the earth, it's the day I arrive in my eternity. That's when I will arrive. But as long as I'm on this earth and I'm breathing, I am building and I am looking and I am taking risks and taking chances and trying new things because this is what I've learned. And especially in the past almost year, what I have learned is that taking risks and trying something new and believing in myself has big payoffs, not just in money, but in becoming a better person myself. One of the steps I took, if you're watching this video, is the braces on my teeth. Probably even if you're listening, because you're probably wondering why I have this little bit of speech impediment these days. It is learning to talk over these braces. This was a huge step for me. I was hoping that I could do something more invisible, but I wasn't a candidate for that. Not if I truly wanted to fix what was going on with my teeth. This was not put on for aesthetics. It was put on to save my teeth so that I didn't end up losing them from cracking molars. I won't go into the whole big thing, but that is the long and short of it. It was a very hard step for me to take. I didn't want to face a year to a year and a half with these on my teeth. And then the few months when you get them off and you're in a retainer 24/7 to keep them from shifting and to get them um cemented in your gums again. It's a long process. It was one I wasn't sure I really wanted to deal with. And it has not been an easy journey. I've had fun along the way with picking new colors, but there's been a lot of pain too. I spoke at an event for an hour and a half soon after I got these on, and I thought I for sure must have blood dripping down my face when I was done. The inside of my mouth hurt so bad. I recently did a 4-hour training where the entire 3-hour drive home following that training, I wanted to bawl my eyes out because the inside of my cheeks were they were just so torn up and I had wax on them. This isn't an easy journey, but I'm learning so much through it. And I'm really glad I took the step. I had a lot of fear around it, the pain, which is an obvious one, but also because I stepped into user generated content in about October, the end of October, the beginning of November last year. And I was having so much fun with it. And I, yes, was making a profit from it, not only from the payments I was receiving, but all the free products that I was getting, which was so much fun trying all this new stuff. But I was terrified that the companies that I was working with were going to put me on hold until the braces came off my teeth. And that happened with one. One company has come to me and said, "We don't want to do anything with you until the braces are off because we feel it can distract from the product that you're talking about." Just one out of all of them. And there are many, just one. But if I hadn't taken the chance, I never would have known what would happen. But let's circle back around to user generated content. This was a huge step for me. My bestie, Kayla, who will be on the podcast to talk about this at a very, very near future date, wanted me to get into this. She sent me a link for one of the platforms 3 times. And finally, on the 4th time that she sent it, she said, "If you don't click on this, if you don't at least try this, I swear I'm coming to make you do it." And so I clicked on the link, I signed up, and I applied for a few jobs. They paid $5 a piece, $5 plus I got free product. And I started applying and I got offered these jobs. Some of them were literally, if you're watching, you'll see me demonstrate this. It's holding up a product and smiling and sending it to them for use on their websites. Many of them were that. Some of them were short little videos. Some of them were things to put on Amazon. They were just all different jobs. They paid $5 plus free product. I did 30 of them. I believe I did 30 of them before I could move to the next level where I would get paid a little bit more. It was so much fun. It became this part of my day where I could stop being so tactical, which you need to have in a business. You have to have a plan. You have to sit down and you have to brainstorm and you have to write the programs and study for the trainings, all of those things, which I love doing. And this gave me a chance to pull out my creative side and figure out what was the best pose for this product. Do I want to do it here or in a bathroom, in a kitchen, outside? And then I started to get to do jobs with my dogs and they got to earn their own dog food and their own treats. It was just became a really fun part of my day. Really fun. My fear around it was that no one would want to hire a woman my age to do videos and pictures for products. Because what I grew up in, and very much the way much of the world is they want someone very young, very attractive, someone who is in the, I'll put it in quotes, prime of their life because they look good. They have a different look. I was just thinking as I came on to record this podcast, if I go back and I look at a picture from when I got married 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, I look different. I look 20 years younger, as I should. But 20 years older doesn't mean unusable, washed up, invisible, or out of touch with the world. It simply means 20 years have passed. That's all it means. And when I look forward to 20 years future, when I will be 79 years old, I don't know exactly what I'll be doing, but I can tell you that over the past year, the lessons I've learned, I will still be having fun. I will still be using my creative side. I will never again let that side go dormant because I get so engrossed in the tactical side, which you need. I'm not saying not to have plans. I'm not saying not to have goals. And I'm not saying there are parts of what you do every day that aren't fun. I don't like doing the administrative side, but it has to be done. This allowed me to use my creativity, user generated content. Companies who hire you, send you a product, ask you to pose for a picture or do a quick video. If I fast forward a few months from when I began to now, that went from $5 jobs to getting paid $250 to do a 30 to 60-second video on a product that I have been sent. It is translated into 15-second jobs that pay $90 or more. It has led to companies coming to me and saying, hey, what we'd like you to do is record 5 videos a week and we will give you a contract, say, let's just say for $1,000 a month, whatever it is. That is what it has led to. But I did not believe that I could do it because of my age, because I have wrinkles, because my skin doesn't look like it did when I was 30 or 25 or 15. Because when I look at ad products, what I always remember seeing was very young people doing this. But this is what I found out by taking that chance, believing that it could happen and believing in the confidence that someone else, namely Kayla, had in me to be able to build this side of a business, to have yet another stream of income that could open up more doors, allow me to go to more conferences or invest in myself more, to be able to take money and divert it elsewhere because I'm no longer spending it on things like collagen or makeup, things that I just don't have to buy anymore because companies are sending it to me. Some products that I have truly, truly loved and have reached out to the brands and said, hey, I would love to work with you on a long-term basis. I really love this product. It's all natural. It's exactly how I need to, like one is a gut supplement that when I started using it, could not believe the difference it made in the way I digested food with only half of a large intestine. For those of you who have followed me, half of that was removed for cancer. And so digestion and hydration are a challenge for me. And this product really helped. And it is completely natural. And so I reached out to the company and they were like, absolutely, you're exactly who we want to work with. There was no mention of, "Well, I don't know, you're almost 60," or, "I don't know, you don't look like our 30-year-old models." They jumped at it, and this is what I learned. A lot of companies are tapping into older women. I am an older woman. I'm certainly older than the demographic most things come from as far as advertising, and that is what they are looking for. They actually advertise for women over 45, over 55, women in their 60s. They're looking for that, and they're looking for younger women. I just don't apply for those. But there's plenty out there for women my age, wrinkles and all, saggy skin on my neck and all. It's just all there for the taking if you will believe in yourself enough to know you can do this. You absolutely can do this. If I look back at my first videos I created on the platform that I started on, I just think, "Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I handed that in." It was the best I could do at the time. I have gotten better as the weeks and months have progressed because I learn more and I will get feedback and I'll go, "Oh, that's a great idea." And I'll redo the video and I'll see how much better it is with their guidance because they're used to doing marketing. But now this user generated content is such a huge deal to companies because they can pare down their marketing budget substantially. And I mean substantially, substantially, and they get real people, people who are living life, having families, working a full-time job or a part-time job, or at home with their kids. They're real people. They are people that the general masses will be able to relate to because they're real people. They're not sitting in a studio all day getting all made up by professionals. We're just doing what we do at home and showing up on camera and putting it out there. And it is so much fun. It has created a very nice stream of income on the side from what I do. It has not taken away from my passion for speaking and training and coaching at all. It has enhanced it, majorly enhanced it, because I am able to use my creative side. It is fun to take a break and record a quick video, edit it, and hand it in. Some of them don't even want them edited. Just send us the raw footage. We'll take care of all the editing. I work with many companies that are like that now. And it is fun. And then other people get your name, and I get emails from companies that find me and they'll offer me a contract for an eyeliner or a mascara, which are ones I'm doing right now. The gut supplement reached out to me from not within a platform at all. Some of them ask for ongoing jobs. They'll come back and say, hey, we love the video you did for this. Will you do another one with this basis? It's just a lot of fun. It has built my confidence. It has built my confidence to all new levels because I had to take a risk. I had to believe in myself. And when I did that and when I took the steps, my confidence skyrocketed. It skyrocketed. It led me to taking more chances, like getting the braces on my teeth, like doing more and more trainings for businesses and believing in myself that I had what it took to take all the training I've had and go out and use it. Because I found out that I can do hard things and I can do them well when I believe in myself and the skills that I was given. I have had many people say to me, "Well, I couldn't do that. I don't have the confidence you have." I didn't have the confidence I have when I started. Used to be lacking in confidence and lacking in self-worth to the point where I didn't want to show up in public. It's a journey that we will all be on for our whole lives, so we might as well do it to the best of our ability. People will tell me, "I can't do that. I don't know how to edit a video." Neither did I when I started. I had no idea what platform to use. I had no idea what software to use. I had no idea how to do it. I asked questions and I did my research and I got what I needed to make this be easier and easier. In the beginning, it took me hours to edit one video. Now it takes literally minutes. I put it in, I edit it, I'll do a voiceover, add some music if they want music or text. I just have learned so much and I'm still learning everything that can be done and all the ways that I can use this in just an hour or two a day or sometimes less. Some days I don't even touch user generated content because I am working on other things. But it's fun. It is fun to tap into a creative side of me. So if you're one of those people that is thinking, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. Let me just answer that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can if you want to. You can if you believe in yourself. Is it for everybody? No, nothing is. Nothing is. But if you're thinking that you might want to tap into it, I would love to help you on that journey. And so would Kayla. We are doing a retreat in the Outer Banks in June. This is a pop-up retreat. So this is coming right up, June 10 to 12. So we're talking less than a month away. And it is open to five women with shared accommodations, but a huge two-room, two huge kitchens, three bathrooms, a loft, two bedrooms. It's a huge space in the Outer Banks in Kitty Hawk, beach access, huge pool, indoor water park. I'm talking loads of fun while you're learning. It is $800 for the entire thing that is covering everything except you getting there. All your food, all your lodging, and all the training that we are giving you on confidence behind the camera and how to build user-generated content. And what we guarantee is that if you truly use what we are teaching you, that you will recoup that investment into yourself in 60 days. If you use it, if you put it to use, our goal is to have you working in user-generated content before you leave. You will be signed up and applying for jobs your very first day there. So we are going to, it's going to be a work retreat, but there's going to be plenty of time for rest and relaxation. I am going to focus on getting you confident behind the camera, confident in yourself, and believing that, yes, you can do this. You don't have to be in your 20s or in your 30s to start building a little side hustle with your own videos, your own pictures, and get great products along the way. It has been such a blast to do this and build this business. I have grown so much as a person. It's loads of fun. It is so much fun. And I didn't think it was possible. I never thought anyone would want someone as close to 60 as I am doing this kind of content. But what I have learned and what I have seen is that they are hiring women all through their 60s and 70s, in their 80s, to do this user generated content. Because real people come in real ages, real people come in all shapes and sizes, real people all look different. We don't all have to be Barbies. We don't all have to be what the world sees as perfect. Let me put it that way. We'll scratch that one. We'll scratch that first one. We don't have to be what the world sees as perfect in order to build our confidence by putting ourselves out there and getting paid and getting all kinds of cool free stuff along the way. I have been able to give so many free things, so many gifts to people, or just say, hey, I don't really need this product. I've got 4 of them already. Would you like one? It's so fun. It is loads of fun. We would love to see you at this retreat. You can click the link if you're watching. You can grab the link right from the screen. It will also be linked underneath of the YouTube and underneath of the podcast sessions. You can just click the link, get enrolled. There's only 5 spots. We will be doing this again in August in Orlando, or I'm sorry, in July in Orlando. But this one is coming right up. We just decided, spur of the moment, we had the room and thought, we're just going to do this. We would love to see you there. It is going to be a blast. And hey, if you want to just come and hang out, it's a rocking deal to have all your food and lodging covered in the Outer Banks for 3 nights and be able to just hang out and have fun. Maybe you want to watch from the sidelines. That's all fine too. We would love to see you there. I believe in you. I know that you can do this. I have had people telling me so much over the past year. I just wish there was a way I could make some money without it taking a load of time and without it taking me away from my family. Guys, this allows you to include your family. There are so many jobs that want you to include a family in it. You don't even have to show their faces. You can do it from the back. It's fun. Sometimes I'm playing games with kids. Sometimes we're just sitting around the table and the product's on the table while we're enjoying each other's company. You can involve your family if you choose, but you don't have to. You can involve friends, but you don't have to. But it's going to build your confidence so fast. And it's going to give you some extra income. So, hey, summer's coming. You want some extra income for the summer? This is it. This is it. We would love to see you, the Outer Banks, June 10 through 12. So click the link, be one of the 5, because it's going to cut off as soon as it hits 5 people. This is new to you. This is the first time we're talking about it. So grab the link, get enrolled, and we will see you in the Outer Banks. And I'll have Kayla on here to give her side very soon. All right. Until the next time, I love you. You are amazing. I believe in you. You are more creative than you think. So believe in yourself. Oh, your journal prompt. If I could fill in the blank, then I would. I'm sorry. If I had fill in the blank, then I would fill in the blank. If I had unlimited income, then I would give to 10 charities. If I had unlimited time, I would spend more time doing whatever. You can fill this in however you like. If I had fill in the blank, I would fill in the blank. All right. Until next time, I am your biggest fan. I love you. I really do. And I can't wait to talk to you again.